When it comes to the early signs of the bad car battery, there are some problems. We take some false signs and we can change our batteries. We can replace the batteries when they don't actually need this. First of all, these are false signs. These are not the signs of the bad battery. A battery light. Battery light will most likely tell you about the alternator problems, but not about the low battery. Then dim headlights. I've read in hundreds of websites that dim headlights mean that your battery is bad, but it's not true. It may be true only when your headlights are dim or when you turn them on, but your engine is off. In this case, maybe they may partially mean the bad battery, but usually dim headlights mean that your alternator is not giving the proper power and it's not supplying the best power to the lights and to the battery, of course. And the third false symptom is flickering lights on your dash. Now, a lot of people think, oh, this is the problem with the battery, but no, it's not a problem with the battery. It's again a problem with your alternator or with some other electrical system in your car, maybe some connections, maybe some short circuits, maybe some other problems. So when it comes to the battery, what are the symptoms of a battery that is going to die soon? First of all, this is the look of this battery. If this battery looks like it's changing its shape, plastic is melting, or you can see some huge amount of residues, white or blue or green residues on the terminals, this is the sign that this battery is going to die. You may try cleaning it if it's about residues, but if you see that the shape of the battery box is changing, it's melting, or something weird is happening with it, this is the clear sign you need the new battery as soon as possible. Then the second symptom is slow cranking of your engine, especially in the morning. After the night, the battery may have lower power, and if this battery is not that good, it's old, it may have lower voltage than needed, this battery may not start your engine as it should. So your engine will be cranking slower than usual. And you may not notice this during the day, because once your engine starts, the alternator starts supplying your battery with some power, and this battery may keep living normal life. But after the night, especially after a cold night, if you notice this slow cranking, this is the early sign that the battery is going to die really soon. Then the third thing you should keep in mind are some intermittent problems with your electrical equipment. So this problem comes up out of nowhere, and in 5 minutes you don't see any symptoms of this problem anymore. It can be a problem with your infotainment system or with some other electrical equipment that stops working or starts glitching heavily, and after 5 minutes everything is okay. This is the sign that something is wrong with the power in your car. And when something is wrong with the power, first of all, it can be because of the alternator, but also the battery can be the culprit of this. And the fourth reason, which is actually connected with the third one, are software glitches. When the software in your car starts glitching heavily, this is the symptom of bad power. And of course, it can be because of the alternator. But when the battery is low, there is one catch for the software. When you just turn on the ignition without starting your engine, your electrical equipment starts making some tests. So your ECU, TCU, and all other control units start making tests. And when these control units, don't get the proper power, proper voltage, they start glitching. And then when you start the engine, they don't have the proper program anymore. So they will not be working properly. They may have all kinds of glitches, all kinds of problems, and you can see all kinds of error messages, of warning lights. And then when you turn your car off and turn it on again, you may see no lights, no problems. So when you go to the dealership with this, oh, I have a Christmas tree on my dash with a lot of warning lights, and the mechanic comes to you with the OBD scanner, they just plug in the scanner and see no codes, no problems, no warning lights. This is exactly the problem with the battery, problem with the power supply. So what should you do in this situation? If you suspect that your battery is bad, but you don't want to buy the new one, which costs over $200, and your battery is 3 years old, for example, or it can live another 1 or 2 years, Well, you may do the following. You may find a store or maybe repair shop that has the equipment for checking the battery, and you may check this battery. So what they do, they give big loads to this battery and check the voltage. So they try to drain power from the battery and check the voltage. If the voltage drops to 10.5 volts, 10 volts, then the battery is not that good. Even charging will not help to bring this battery back to life. But if the battery can still hold the voltage, hold the power, you can charge it. You can charge it with a good charger, with a good battery tender, and try using it another year or maybe sometimes even more. Of course, if your battery is 5 years old or even older than that, maybe it's time to replace it when it starts showing these symptoms. If you keep driving your car with the symptoms of low battery, you may need to keep in mind that you may get stranded any time. So if you go on the highway or somewhere, maybe you should have something in your car that will protect you from getting stranded, like a booster, for example, or maybe at least cables for jump start in your car, so jumping cables. If you don't have this, any moment the battery can go just dead, and after turning off the engine you will not turn it on with the low voltage of your battery.